From Bowling Lanes to Montclair, we're here for the title match of the So Cal Baker tournament, one of our always favorite tournaments of the year. 5-person teams combining to form one game.
Come on!
Bowler Bowl first and fifth, second and seventh, and so on down the line. It's a best 2 out of 3 match. The top-seeded team, calling themselves Mixed Nuts, chose to start on the left-hand lane. They'll be back on that lane for game 3 should it go the distance. Callie Gagne on some kind of roll this season. Got 4 titles already this season. I'd like to add a 5th to his collection and a 2nd team event. He won that memorable win beating an all ASU team when they were just little guys at that point. There is bonus pins involved. The team on the right-hand lane, calling themselves Kingpin, gets 8 extra pins because they had an extra under 170 average bowler. So Gael's team has to win by 8 to tie and 9 to win each game. And they're made tied through 3.5 frames. Marty Velasco, who teamed up to finish 3rd in the doubles today. Still today, right? Yes, today. Yeah. There we go.
Come on, kid! Hit it!
Oh no! Fall down you right there! It's 11:45 at night. That pin's just got to keel over out of exhaustion at this point. Gets the 8-10 out of the way. He'll trail by 1 if he converts this. And ladies and gentlemen, if you have never seen this young man bowl, this is Bobby Campagnoli. And yes, what he's about to do is actually how he bowls. Look at this. It is weird but effective. There you go. We've seen a lot of strange styles over the years. That is in the top 3 for strangest style, but he knows what he's doing, and he's a very, very solid bowler, as most people around Southern California know. Everybody's clean so far. The Mixed Nuts are Dutch. That's why they have the 1-pin lead. Louis Luna breaking through with a couple top 4s recently. Would like to extend his team's lead to 11 right here in the 6th frame. The guy who timestamps every 300 game we've ever had. Oh, catches a break there. Never got that ball to the right. The lanes are obviously burnt out after this long a day, and catches a great break on the Brooklyn. First look at Dominic Fisher, pretty good shot there. He made a 10th frame spare last match to survive, to the surprise of their team, as Buddy Lucas opened in the 10th to allow them to come through for the win. Yeah! Luna part 2, that's Lewis's little brother Elias. He comes through with 10 in the pit. That's 3 in a row, and that's a big lead now as Fisher misses that 7-pin. Yikes. Well, they came from behind last match. They might have to do it again this match, as Ricky Pollum now has a chance to just about put this one away. Guy who shot 2 300s in 1 tournament earlier this season at Parkway Bowl. He didn't even make the title match. That ball never got a chance to get there, so a chance to put the nail in the coffin instead gives the other team some life. Kagan Coast up now in the 6th frame for her team.
Hit it!
Pretty good ball, it's 4-7. And the lone remaining female standing this season after last year a team of all females won the tournament. Ricky not even close on that washout. Gives up a lot of count. That's 6-1 on a double. That's all kinds of count, whatever that adds up to. Too late for me to add. And they have a chance to make up some serious ground here. First things first, make this spare.
There you go.
Which she's going to do. Yeah, last year, 5 girls, all averaging under 170. Oh, what's he going to do? Throw the helmet at him?
Yeah,
Pull a Miles carrot there? However, Gagne responds and shreds the rack for his crowd. Going at a 200 pace, it's Eric Torres, his team only in the 7th frame, so they have the advantage, or disadvantage depending on who you are, of seeing what they're going to need.
Get it out! Yeah!
Oh! Oh! There you go.
Right side!
It's another exhausted pin for their side. This time it's the 10 that falls for Eric. And the guy's very much in the match. In fact, they can actually shut out. Still possible 227 here. The other team through 9. We don't force them to go frame by frame here. I know they do that in college. We don't force the issue here. Henry Lee throws a good-looking ball. Let's see if he can throw a clutch strike for his team right here.
Come on, kid. Get Henry. Let's go. Yeah! Yeah!
Oh, gotta love the emotion and the enthusiasm. These guys have been at it, some of them, since 11 o'clock this morning, and they are still high-fiving it out with each other. And it's anybody's match. Again, they're getting 8 pins on the right. So as it stands, 156, they've taken the lead already by 4 pins. Beg your pardon? You've been bowling for 12 and a half hours, sir. Yes. That means I've been here for more. These things do not set up themselves. Obviously a giant shot from Marty here.
Come on!
Wow. Boy, earlier they had some exhausted pins just keel over. That ball looked really good, and the 5-7 didn't even think about wobbling. Wow, bad break for Velasco. A makeable split. We'll see if it matters depending on what Bobby does here. Boy, pretty ball. Any chance they gotta have this 5-7 now? No, not gonna get it.
It's all right.
So a real good comeback. Looks like it's gonna fall a little short here.
Good try, kid.
201 max with pins. That's not going to be enough, assuming that Bobby doesn't hit himself in the head with his bowling ball in this delivery. But you never know. Wow! Alrighty then.
Yeah.
He's throwing an aggressive ball, and that's coming in so steeply on the last couple feet that you can leave some bizarre splits. And there's a pocket 410 for you on a light hit. Holy Toledo. Still going to be enough.
Come on, kid.
Best they can do is 201. Bobby's already got 20 whatever. 206 if he misses them both. Bobby says to his teammate he knows he's on camera. He wants the 410 conversion on camera. That would be sweet. I want to see him get it. With the thumb in it. Look at this. I like that. Just good enough, as it turned out, to squeeze by game 1. If they win the next game, they're your champions. If Kingpin comes back like they did last match,
All right, let's go. Come on.
we'll play a third. Huge thanks to Al and the whole crew here at Bowling for hosting us. It is hard to get lanes on a Saturday daytime, let alone a Saturday nighttime, and we really appreciate them opening up their facility from us. Clean, well ran, brand new carpeting. Someone's spilled on. All right. Close game, guys. Kingpin, you've been in this scenario before, haven't you? You know what to do. Switch sides and do it again. You can change your orders if you want.
Go, Kingpin!
Good try, kid. Let's go. Come on, guys. Let's go.
They came back and won the last 2 games to take out the number 3 seed, hold up Bobby, which turned out to be prophetic, as Bobby 2-8-10 in the 10th to lose that match. They can change their order if they want. Earlier today they had to have everybody anchor twice, so even the under 170 bowlers had that 10th frame pressure. Really fun format. It's scratch, but integrates the lower averages as well. Get off to a good early start. Just like that. T-shirts say that 700 club, by the way, if you can't see them on camera. A little silhouette here. Pretty clever. Love when they bowl
All right, pick it up.
in uniforms and doubles and team with us. We've had some great ones over the years. Salt and pepper one in doubles today. After peanut butter and jelly one last year.
All right, pick it up.
Well, and all that momentum comes to a crashing halt as little bro leaves the big pocket split. Important for him to get 2 here. You never know what's going to happen. In team play, their teammates are going to pick him right up, give him all kinds of high fives, stay mentally in the game. Avoids the chop. Everybody was waiting to see how much that was going to hook. No problem at it. No, and Elias only does get that one. He thought he had to. College bowling is almost exclusively Baker these days, so this is a great experience for the ones who will be bowling collegiately. And it's about 50 times as loud as it was today, and it was loud in here, and it's way louder.
Come on. Oh, yeah.
Oh, all the way back.
On the right side.
Early lead for Torres and company. Wow. Kyle says that's got a hook, and it hooked perfectly in the 1-2 and bone 8. Oof. That doesn't happen to Ricky very often. He usually gets 96 in a row. The old equalizer, those powerful balls just have no respect for those 3-pound, 10-ounce pins down there, or whatever they are, 3-ish.
Get him, Henry, get him!
I like what I see out of Henry. He can hook a ball a lot more than that. He's choosing to go end over end to fight the drying out lane conditions, keep it in what's left of the oil. 10 back again. Nice shot from Lee. See if Velasco can keep the momentum going. They're doing exactly what they need to do here. It's like they have 3 in a row because they get that extra 8 pins.
Come on, kid, get it up! All right, spare it up, spare it up.
Well, a loss account here and a tough spare to shoot at. Mixed Nuts, the top seed today, a plus 225 for their 10 qualifying games. That's excellent. Took a score of plus 37 to get into the 8-team match play rounds.
I just submitted my notorious split.
Shot from Magana, but 10 does not get the low.
Okay.
That's a tough spare. Many different ways to chop that one. He finds one of them. 72 through 4.
Okay, it's okay, good night.
Still a lead no matter what Igana does here. Hopefully he'll make it for his teammates. And we'll see what the bold one can do. Good technique, hard and straight, no problem at all at the 10. Who was on that team with Kyle back in the day? Jeff Rada, Caleb Rothstein.
Young Zach Ryan, not loud.
That's right, little non-loud Zach Rhyme and
Israel.
Israel, yes, my goodness.
Long time ago.
Yes, yes, yes. Good shot there from Fisher, but another 10-pin for him. And around the world. Ooh. And a ringing 10 for Campanelli there. Bobby obviously knows this center well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worked here, I don't know if he still does. Hangs out here all the time, runs tournaments here all the time. He could tell you what every lane and every board on every lane does in this house.
Always online.
Despite the appearances, an excellent spare shooter. And no problem at all at that 10. And joys of the sport that any, not just any age, any average, but any style, as long as you can repeat what you're doing, go for it. You can kick the ball down there for all I care. Nice shot here. Whoops. Boy, did that ball hook in the lot in the back end. My goodness. Pulled on Neon today, one of the new Kegel patterns. House type ratio. I think it's about 10 to 1. Stand left for a right, have fun. We'll make it a little tougher tomorrow morning. Hint, hint. Oh, almost a huge break. We've seen that type of hit carry a number of times today. Usually it's rolling a 2-pin. Almost rolled the 5 that time. I hate 310s. Let's see if Kagan can do better than me on it.
Yeah,
She got it. Yeah. She's done. 11 a.m. start. We are sitting at 11:57. I don't think we're we finished last year at 11:59. I'm not kidding. If you guys could throw some strikes, we could squeeze it in. But that's all right for as late as we got started. Despite our best efforts, we'll take this. And right now, as it stands, we got a whole nother game of bowling to come. We'll see what happens in the back half of this game. As the Nuts have only 1 strike so far this game.
Let's go. Come on. Get it up. Yeah.
Pretty shot from Torres. We'll see if Elias can answer. No, that's gonna go way left, but not even left enough to get away with it.
Get that game over with.
So we have confused Nuts right now. They're not just mixed, they're confused. They're chopped nuts. Well, I hope not chopped nuts. We'll save that one in case that happens. I hope it doesn't happen to them, but. Oh, he left a nut. Slid nuts. I don't know, that didn't really make any sense, but Who wants sense? It's a midnight.
Come on, kid.
Henry likes it. Oh,
All right, on the
crypto
one.
pie. Henry's going to run it out no matter what he throws at this point. He's going to throw the ball and take off. Paulum's got the look on this lane. That time carries the 8. You never know. A lot of scores can flip-flop in only 3 frames. They've got room for 200 on the board. Again, giving 8 pins. They are going at a 198 pace is the Kingpin team, so behooves Iganya to strike in the 9th. Excellent technique, no problem with the 6-pin. Almost impossible for the nuts to win if Gael does not strike here in the 9th. Uh-oh. Well, there goes the midnight goal, America. And starting with 10 on a pair this morning, I'll take 12:30.
Let's go, kid. Come on.
Go.
Let's go.
Pretty shot from Velasco. That's going to seal the deal. They're going to play a tiebreaker game for all the marbles. Usually you have to tell people to, stay focused because you want to try and figure out the shot. Well, they don't have to bowl on lane 26 anymore, so really it's just keep that rhythm going, stay mentally positive.
Come on, kid.
You don't have to worry about figuring out the lane.
Yeah!
What you do have to figure out is remembering what you did right or wrong on the other lane because you're going back to it. The Nuts chose to bowl game 3 on lane 25, and that's the lane they lost. Sorry, that they won the first game on, so it seems to be the right choice as they're going to lose on this pair, on this lane rather. They're going to lose this game scratch by a considerable margin. Fisher gets his strike in the 10th. Well, it's going to be down to 2 frames for each bowler. After all this bowling, you've only got to give it your absolute best 2-frame shot. That was a lot further left from Fisher. I don't know if he found a different look there or what, or just hard to tell. I don't know his game that well. In his first 2 tournaments with us. All right. Good for Bobby's team just to keep the momentum going with that double, but they're going to need more strikes in the in-between. First and 10th struck and only 1 strike out of all the rest. Well, that's severely left. That was a massive area check there. Fairly comfortable win for those guys. They got off to a good start and never looked back. We're going to do it one more time in Montclair on Sunday morning at the Bowlium. That was fun. Let's do it again.
Why not? It's not. What time is it?
It is midnight. After midnight, we're gonna bowl one more game. After midnight. After midnight. I should do that. I should do nerve wracker format. We do that other tournaments. After midnight, we're gonna shoot 10 more frames. After midnight. After midnight.
Go.
Change your order if you want, but choose something and go. Bobby telling him, listen, all you got to do is throw a strike and you win. If you strike and you strike and you strike and you strike and you strike, we win.
Pressure off.
Ready? Go team. That's right. Don't make me do nothing. I'm old.
Okay, let's go. Come on.
Singles tomorrow, then main event, then they return to SoCal January 18th and 19th at Surf Bowl. Big shout out to Yamo for flipping around some dates, making that happen.
Come on now.
Luna sticks with the 1st and 6th frames. I like his look. I'm surprised they're putting him in the 1st and 6th spot.
Come on, girl.
This time Kagan gonna go 1st and 6th.
All right, on the one.
Breaks up the 310. We already know she can make it, so who cares? But now a much easier 3. two schools of thought on it, really. I might have put Elias in the one spot, but sometimes you want to have some momentum out of your first frame and not start the game with an open. Not saying that he would open, but that's got to be the strategy that they were thinking. There you go, no problem at the 3-pin. Well, they're getting those 8 pins, so that's like an instant 8-pin lead right there.
One more ball.
Luna gets that way out, it's coming way back, and real nice ball, but it's a 10-pin. Torres with a sneaky good rev rate. He covers a lot more boards than it looks like his ball is going to.
Come on! Oh!
Nice shot. Excellent shot from Eric. And a real nice spare from Elias. That's a bonus for their team when they get that spare on those corner pins.
No, that was like a...
Watch what Henry's doing. As opposed to covering a lot of boards, he was trying to cover as few as possible. So his hand is going to go right back up the very back of the ball and not give that counterclockwise rotation that you'd see if you wanted to cover a lot of boards. Great way to combat drying lanes. That's a great way to pull your shoulder out. That's
why I don't do that.
All those kids that can stop it halfway through it pulls my back out every time I see it. I'll be, screw it, I'm just gonna go. Paul him in the 3rd. Pretty shot. You see why he can strike forever when he gets it going.
Let's go! Hit it! All right, on the 1.
Shot from Lee. The give and take of that is when you don't carry a lot of boards and have that straight end over end roll, you sacrifice a little bit of carry sometimes. Partially responsible for that 7-pin there. Chance for Iganya to square up this match. Got it. 5 or 6 years ago, this guy was back here going, "Vamos, vamos." I'm like, who is this guy? And he's still doing it back there all these years later. Nice job at the spare from Lee.